I've said it over and over and over again, and I've said it so many times because it's true. Left-wing activists are not interested in a conversation. They're not interested in dialogue. They're not interested in debate. They're interested in you telling them that they are right and you are wrong. And you can't challenge anything that they say. You can't hold them accountable for anything that they say. You simply have to bow down or bend over for them. And if you are willing to do anything other than that, you are toxic and dangerous in their eyes because they don't believe in the stuff that they say. They only repeat their nonsensical talking points that have been downloaded from the mainstream media. They're also professional victims, so they don't want to actually work for anything in life. They want everything handed to them. Now you have the situation with Dave Chappelle where he says he's willing to meet with Netflix employees. Guess what? None of them have taken him up on the offer at the time of this video being recorded because that's who we're dealing with. We're dealing with people that are not interested in a conversation, not interested in debate, not interested in dialogue, not interested in understanding. They are just interested in spewing their nonsense into an echo chamber and never being challenged. So when people say, why don't you talk to these people that you disagree with? Because they won't talk to me. Because they're not interested in talking to me. I've tried talking to them in the past. I've offered my platform to people in the past. They are not interested. And then when they do get on the platform, the first thing they wanted to say was, we're not associated with this hate group. Because that's who we're dealing with. These people are nuts. Dave Chappelle says he's willing to meet with Netflix employees. Right here it says it. And in talking about how in the show, you know, the funny man declared gender as a fact, and he identified himself as a TERF. It got immediate backlash from Netflix employees who walked off the job on Wednesday. Chappelle would be open to dialogue if Netflix employees reach out to him for a heart-to-heart discussion, his representative told TMZ. Chappelle would be open to a dialogue if Netflix employees reach out to him for a heart-to-heart discussion, his representative told TMZ. But no one from Netflix or the employee group that led the staff walkout has contacted Chappelle or his team about setting up a meeting. The comedian's camp reportedly said, disputing what the transgender woman who organized the walkout claims. Ashley Marie Preston said Wednesday that she invited Chappelle to join protesters at Netflix's Los Angeles headquarters. I invited Dave Chappelle to have a transformative dialogue about the harm that was committed, she told reporters. He chose not to show up. Chappelle's camp said they're not sure why Marie Preston made those claims. She did not immediately return the post request for comment. The show, Chappelle's sixth and final big bucks deal with Netflix, was quickly blasted. Of course, it was quickly blasted as is-to-isms or phobics. In a statement issued Wednesday over the walkout, Netflix sought to strike a conciliatory tone. We value our colleagues, allies, you know, the standard talking points, yada, yada, yada. Earlier this month, Netflix suspended a trans senior software engineer who slammed Chappelle for his humor about trans people in a viral tweet thread. It just continues to go on and on. Sanderos, at first he defended Chappelle and then he backed off because he bent the knee because the mob, these people are nuts. And ultimately, what do I think will happen? I think that somebody involved with Netflix is going to get involved and say, you guys need to go have a conversation for the optics of this, because the fact that Dave is now offering you a conversation and you're not taking it makes us all look bad, and we can't really defend that. So maybe go sit down and have a conversation. And of course, it's going to be this super controlled environment, and if it happens, it's going to be a cringe fest. It probably won't be recorded or anything like that. But I'm sure all parties are going to try to make the best of the situation. The fact that they are so pathetically scared of Dave Chappelle, and it just shows they're scared of anyone with an opinion, anyone that's willing to have a working brain and the slightest bit of common sense. They're terrified of them. They're terrified of you if you are going to challenge them in any way, shape, or form, because challenging is violence. Challenging their nonsense and their accusations is harmful and toxic. Because how dare you actually hold someone accountable for the nonsense that comes out of their mouth? How dare you make them explain themselves? How dare them have to answer questions? How dare them have to defend their nonsensical position when they make ridiculous accusations about people without having anything to justify it? How dare you ask them to explain themselves? That's what we're dealing with right now, and it is hilarious. I have told you over and over again, these left-wing people are not interested in conversation. They're not. They're interested in you bowing down. That's it. And if you don't bow down, if you don't just tell them that they are right 100% of the time and you are wrong 100% of the time, then they will deem you as toxic, because challenging their beliefs is toxic and dangerous in their eyes. Think about that. That's where we are. I don't know what's going to happen with this thing. This thing's just crazy. It continues to just go crazy. It continues to blow up. Dave Chappelle has been proven right time and time and time again since this special came out. Dave Chappelle is brilliant. Dave Chappelle knows what he's talking about. And he set up a trap and they walked right into it. And that's one reason of many reasons why they're probably terrified to talk to him, because he is so much smarter than they are. The dude is playing on a different level. He just is. And I respect him for that. But other than that, that's it for right now. I'm sure we'll cover more of this nonsense along with all the other craziness going on in the world. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Solo lost money. Raylos are weird. Let's go, Brandon. And we will talk to you later.